Everyone is Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, links are below to the Discord and our free options trading group on Facebook. Man, definitely apologize. They actually made me come into the office today. If you're here right now, say what up. Let me know if you could hear me. I'm kind of just streaming off my Mac. It's a little ghetto, so I definitely do apologize for that. But we're going to be getting into it here real quick. Going to be going through some of my trades and letting you know kind of where things are at. Holy moly, you weren't lying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they made me come into the office today. They dragged me into the office and they said, you got to do all this work. And what's up, Jeff? If you're here right now, say what up. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. I definitely learned a lesson today. Lost 220. If the sound is okay, let me know, guys. Definitely let me know if the sound is okay because I can see myself fine, but I can't tell if the sound is okay. Tan got paid. Nice. Nice. All right. All right. Well, getting into the thing, this is a live stream on the that I was on. Yeah. We're doing some interviews today. We're hiring some people. So I'm in the office. No trading today for me. Sounds okay. Oh, no trading today. I should have went with you. So today, like I said, I was actually down 220 today, and it's all due to BYND. BYND, Beyond Meat, I've been battling since the very start of the day. And I made some mistakes. Thankfully, I'm still green, but my last red day before today was last Wednesday, so over a week ago, and I should have taken notice that, like, hey, we're getting close. You shouldn't play so big on expiration Friday, and we went in a little hard on BYND today. So to go through a couple of my trades here, I'm not going to go through like them all because there's a lot. But on BYND, what we did here this morning, I put a strangle on. My mistake. I bought the 150 put and the 155 call, and I spent almost like $300 on this, which was just like ridiculous. FC, what's up? Which is just ridiculous of why I did that, and because I thought that we could make money, and I think the position would have been fine. I put that position on at 846 and 850. So right in here, I had interviews coming up on this position, and during the interview, it went all the way up to like 157, and that's probably when I should have exited the position. But by the time the interview was down, done. I'm sorry. By the time the interview was done, it was like right in here, and it really deflated. So if anything, just learn from the experience. Don't go big on expiration Friday and then leave. And like, man, you gotta manage your risk and manage your own expectations here, because this, like, my expectation was to make money, and I think the trade worked out. But at the end of the day, I didn't make money on it, and these expire worthless. I did make some money. I did make some money on BYND. I bought the up in here. I bought at close up with the 155 calls for 15 cents. I bought 3 of them, sold them for 35 cents, but that only brought me back to I only got back like $60. So I was doing worse today. I did get back some money. I had some nice trades on Roku. TLT I closed out this morning. I think the big lesson today was to, if you had a lot of winning days in a row, don't think that you're going to have another winning day. And also on expiration Friday, if like I was trading only expiration Friday day, if you're trading expiration Friday, try to lower your risk as much as possible. I think I made pretty good choices in the other trades that I did. Like Lulu, I had the, well, we'll talk about Roku. Roku, we actually made we made some money in. Right off the bat, I had a strangle on there. I had the 167.50 calls and the 165 put. I put on at like 9:45. So Roku. So right down here, and we ripped up. So I had the 167.50s right in here, and then I sold them. I sold them an hour later for 231. I think if I would have held that position, definitely would have been worth a lot more money. But we didn't. But we made some money. We made like $95 right off the bat there, and then I had a. Let's see here. We had the 170 calls and then the 170 put that I did lose a little bit of money on. Try to see how much I made here. So we made. Did I lose money on that or made money? Because I did all these like separate orders. So the 170 calls, we made $61, but then we on the puts, I only had one, so we made $61. So we made some money in there too. But overall, we're up $67 today on Roku. SPY, Keith, what's going on? SPY made some mistakes as well. Not necessarily mistakes, but the thing is, other than Beyond, I manage my risk very, very well. So for like SPY today, I bought the 298.50 puts, and I bought them for 55 cents. Sold them, bought them back for. I sold them for 34 cents. Sorry. Right in here. So right when the Powell speech was getting things were getting crazy, I bought it on this Kindle. I bought the put. So I bought in the money. Expiration puts here because they were expiring today. So it was getting on later in the day, so they were in the money, and then it came up and broke through 298.55. And I'm definitely glad that I closed them. I definitely don't think. Let's see what they're worth here. What were they worth at close here? Yeah, I mean it wouldn't have paid to wait. So that's why like it's dangerous to hold on expiration Friday as well, because I sold them for 34 cents and at close, even though they're deeper in the money here, they were going for like 20 cents. So the one thing I think today the biggest mistake was BYND, because ever since the morning I was playing catch up, and at one point I was only down $40 on the day. I should have just cashed out and left for the rest of the day instead of trying to manage that. I mean, thankfully I didn't jeopardize my profits for the entire week or the month or whatever the case is. It was just one day. And that happens sometimes. It's okay to have a rough trading day, and I think that other than BYND, I traded fairly decent, and a lot of these positions, like I don't think I would have entered Lulu or SPY if I was down money today. If I started out being up money, I closed out TLT, and the reason why I closed out TLT, I put a strangle on it yesterday. I had the 145 calls, and I had the 142 put for next week expiration. And the reason why I closed it out is because we gapped down, and then it ripped up. And then at open, I closed it out because it ripped up all up to like 145.60, 145.70 area. I closed it out right at, let's see here. I closed it out right at 847. So right up in here, like 145.61. I closed it out and then it ripped back down. So I felt pretty good about myself, but it obviously came back up. I mean, what was that going for? I sold for $1.64. I had the next week. Okay, so they're going for $1.61. I sold for $1.64. So it wouldn't have paid to wait. I wasn't looking for a big win on that one. It was a small gain. It was like 10%. I put in the 150, and I made a 10% gain on it on TLT. Did you hear about the Robinhood ordeal? What happened with Robinhood? I think they were canceling people's withdrawals or deposits, and they were having ACH issues. Was that the issue? I know a lot of people were messaging me about that. I think the one thing with Robinhood is that they don't have a phone number for you to call, so you don't actually get good support. And I've been telling people for years, the reason why you pay commissions is not for it's not because it's free. You know, you pay for the back end, you pay for the people, you pay for the infrastructure, you pay for that support. So when things go wrong, you want to get support, but then when Robinhood gets inundated with just a bunch of emails, I mean, it takes a long time to respond. You don't actually have that human interaction like you do with other brokers. If you're just joining, you're here right now, say what up. If you guys like the content here, hit the like button, definitely appreciate it. So this week I treated very well, other than today, of course. But you know, we had a nice long run of green days. I'm very thankful for that. If you're just joining, wondering what's going on, it's because I had to work out of my office today. Is why I don't have my whole setup. It's the first time streaming like this. I didn't get charged for depositing money 2 days ago. Did it go into your account, Josh? Yeah, Robinhood's a mess. I mean, I wouldn't trust them large amounts of money. If you have $1,000 or $2,000 in your account there, not a big deal. But I've seen people that had like 6 figures in their Robinhood account and stuff. You know, Tastyworks caps their commissions at like $10 per trade, or whatever the case is. I don't even remember, but it's like 10. I think it's like 10 legs, whatever it comes out to, like 10, $20, depending on your size. Like iron condors cost a little bit more money, but if you're just buying like single options, like if you buy 100 contracts, just like let's say I buy 100 calls on Tastyworks, it'll cost like $10 plus the extra fees. But well, Josh, I hope they don't catch on to you. Oh, the other trade I did put on today was Teva. Teva, I bought the 750. I bought the 750 calls today because it was pretty flat here. Did have a nice run from 639 up to 729. I noticed that was chilling here back at 7. You know, 7 is just like where it gravitates to. It goes up, it goes down, but it usually comes back to 7. So we'll see if it goes back down. Pretty low risk trade. Looking into next week, I bought these for 8 cents. You know, so pretty low risk trade on Teva. A little bit of news, possibly they can catch up here. So I bought them for. Yeah, my fill is 8 cents. They have a bid of 8 and the ask of 9. So, anyways, don't want to make this stream too long. If you guys have any questions, leave me a comment now. Let me know what's going on because I'm about to GTFO. It's Friday. We're about to relax a little bit. I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A with my family for dinner. You know. I'm excited. They're opening a Shake Shack in the area here, so I'm definitely excited about that. I've had to travel quite a bit of ways to get to a Shake Shack. We don't have, we're in the Midwest, so I'm in Chicago. They don't have a In-N-Out or anything cool like that. I put in 32 days ago. I'm up to 230 now. So far, everything's been okay, but I'm getting worried. Well, if you're up money on it, I mean, if they repo the 30, then you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Yeah, I mean, they're just a mess. I mean, it's bad. It's real bad. What's up? I hate and love LCI. What do you think, Dennis? LCI. So up 15% today. I don't think I've ever traded this. Options. The options have some pretty good liquidity here. I mean, the one thing that they only have monthlies, but the percentage up pretty nice. Bid and the ask is not terrible here. So let's see what they're like here. I mean, it looks like they had good earnings and then it just skyrocketed. it's kind of like Roku. When it keeps breaking 52-week highs, you kind of just have to go with it. You just kind of have to. If things are breaking 52-week highs, you kind of go with the flow. I would probably open up like a bullish strangle and just keep rolling with that if you're interested in trading it. Um, strangles are back in play. I know that you guys haven't seen me play a lot of strangles. I have been playing some strangles recently. We got VIX back at like 16. We're 15, 16. We got VIX back at 15, 16. So strangles are back in play for me. VIX, the futures /VX /VX are at like 16. But as you can see, we're gonna get into some interesting place. I mean, we went to 1491. So volatility, as you guys can see, like especially like an SPY. I mean, we do gap up, but today it was basically unchanged. We closed up 0.08% today. So volatility is going to get sucked up. So we just got to pick our plays and make sure we stick with it. Yo, good old gamer, what's going on? Jeremy Jenkins, Chick-fil-A, missed the joint. We're going to Chick-fil-A tonight. And I hate to admit, I've also been to Chick-fil-A one other time this week. Yo, Joshua, appreciate it. If this is your first stream, this is definitely an interesting stream. My streams don't normally look like this, but we're doing what we do. Do you have a long-term account? Yes, I do. I also do invest in stocks on the side, but what I show here is me just trading options mainly. All right, Joshua, definitely apologize for this, but we're doing the best we can. Like I really wanted to do a live stream. They made me go in the office because we're hiring people, and I had to do some interviews. And it is what it is. We did some trades. We made some money this week. We lost some money today, but at the end of the day, we came out green. Ready for puts this month? I don't know, Starman. We're gonna see. So like, if we're looking at the S&Ps, we're now above resistance. So we'll see if this can make a run at all-time highs here, 30.27. This can make if this makes a run to all-time highs, I mean, we could keep breaking all-time highs here. The Fed doesn't want to see the market go down. Trump doesn't want to see the market go down. We're going to see what happens with this trade news. The trade news, we're not supposed to meet with China until October, so we're going to see what happens here. We're hiring people. Gave you a shout out in my upcoming Q&A. Hopefully you get some subs. Appreciate you, good old gamer. You definitely been an MVP. We have a lot of people here that the one thing that I will say about the EVH fam is like, in terms of the EVH fam, I think in terms of traders, the community is very genuine. I think we want to help beginners and experienced traders because at the end of the day, I get messages that how many hours do you put into learning? How many hours or how many years did it take you to do certain things? And at the end of the day, I think as a trader, you're always going to continue learning. You're never going to stop learning. You're always going to keep learning and adjusting because the market is always going to be different. The market is always changing. We're always in a different situation. There's never the same situation. And that's why nobody knows if the market's going up, the market's going down. I mean, we have indicators, sure. We have, Joshua, links are below for Discord and Facebook. Starman, the Fed meeting. I don't know about the Fed meeting. Powell did speak today about the interest rates, and they don't see a sign of they don't see a recession coming up anytime soon. That's basically what they said. Oh, you're in Logan Square. What up? But I would be very cautious to short. I mean, I know that like closes like this kind of make you want to short. But when we're in bull mode and we break out of a period of time where we were just pinging back and forth with no direction, and now that we broke out, I mean, we're most likely going to go to 3,000 or above on the S&Ps. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, we can short. I mean, sure, there's going to be red days, but if volatility is drying up, we're probably just going to have like a slow grind up. To be honest with you, I mean, if you look at these days up back here, just like kind of like a slow grind up. You know, once we got, if you look right here, when we had resistance at like 28.15 area, when we broke out, it's just kind of like some slow grind, just like a slow grind up. Sure, you have red days, but at the end of the day, the trend is still bullish. You know, and we didn't have. I mean, we had a pretty good sell off, but it was nothing compared to what we had the last winter. My name is Nick Joshua. Nick. My wife is in the mortgage industry. They're expecting a bull market. Yeah, I mean, I think that everybody expects things to go up until they don't. But I made 220 exactly. All right, so helping you out. So you got the 220 that I lost today. You know, I'm glad it worked out. Nice to meet you. I'm going to keep watching. Hopefully we can make some money. I feel like I know you. Maybe you do. I don't know. Nick, when should I email you my resume? Anytime you want. What high school did you go to? I went to Buffalo Grove. The next big Fed meeting is September 17th and 18th with a press conference to follow. Okay, thanks, Jeff. So September 17th and 18th, Jeff in with the clutch Fed play. It's hard for me to stream and research, so we got some help. But yeah, I mean, if you're new here, you know, I would definitely recommend hitting the links below. Get involved with our UVH fam, our community. You know, I'm pretty active in the Discord every day, all day. So you can message me on there, private message me, whatever you want to do. That's where I'm the most active, and it's also the easiest for me to communicate with everybody like in mass, you know. So, anyways, guys, I got some interviews coming up. If you're watching this stream late and you watch to the end of the video here, comment below. I watched to the end. I definitely appreciate you guys. If you guys watch to the end, you guys are the UVH fam. Anyways, guys, you guys have a great day. Stay safe, stay green. It's always us versus herd.